See, you turned it back on, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to budge.
That's why I wouldn't move.
Yep. I already had one back here that same thing. It was really tight for some reason.
Wow.
Really odd. So I'm gonna get the convincing bar.
Okay. Yeah, when I went to the tech clinic, a Rolls-Royce technician put a stethoscope on this engine all over it, and he said, if you pull the pan, I bet you got a piece of piston in the pan. He said the pistons are making way too much noise.
Right.
And so when I got home, we dropped the pan, and sure enough, and then we looked from underneath and found out which one it was. And the service records show about 4 years ago, a broken piston was replaced in this engine.
Really?
Yeah. So when I said, okay, that's 2, and the Rolls-Royce guy recommended, don't just change that one piston. He said, this engine needs to be reworked because now you've had 2. What's next? What is it, pup? Yeah, you smell another dog on me, don't you?
She's just checking you out. She wants
Yeah.
to be in the movies.
Yeah, okay. What's your name?
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Okay,
Miss-
you're in the
Miss
movie.
Look at the camera here.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah, whoa.
She's about the only one to come out here and check stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
The others just hide. Alright, so.
Well, it's nice it warmed up.
Yeah, it's cold in the morning.
Oh,
I can't
God.
come out here in the morning.
25
I have to stay on
degrees.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
at 21.
Yeah, man.
It's hard on the hands.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one's all broke right there.
Yeah.
And that would have been the clicking you would have heard when the skirts, when they crack or whatever, they'll do that little ticking. It almost sounds like
Oh, really?
a rod piston pin. But
Okay.
it just basically is the piston is moving a little bit more than it should, so
Yep.
it's making a little.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, you guys are popular today.
Yeah. Always.
Ross did say they can supply rings.
Okay.
For any
I would
pistons.
assume so because they're cutting it, so they can cut whatever you want,
Yeah.
whether it's a 3 or a 4 piston ring like this.
Would we send them one?
That's entirely up to what they're going to do. You'd have
Yeah.
to ask what they want.
Okay.
If they said they can make it, I assume that, and that you said that they said they made them before,
Right.
they might already have a blank, standard or whatever to use, or
Right.
nowadays with the CNC, they probably already have a CNC profile. And they just
Right.
like
Just push the
fire
button.
in a hole.
Right.
Let me see what's going on.
Okay. This is the hole the broken one came out of. You know, the liners feel smooth, but I don't know how big a scratch has to be fatal. And of course, he hasn't measured them yet. Notice they're pretty much flush. I was reading on a forum about how they, there's what they call a nip. We're supposed to stick up a little bit. It sticks up a little. It'll give us very little. That feels glass smooth. Let's look at get the heads over here right quick. Okay, here's one. Oh, God, these are heavy. See the valves. This guy. Valves look nasty. Carbonized. Take the lifters out. Whoa, about to have an avalanche here. We're stuck past over that. Six out. So he was saying a lot of the engine noise was a broken one because it's not stable on the cylinder anymore.
All right, I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. I know you got other things to do.
And that's what usually I start to do something on this, and then phone rings sometime, and then I get.
Right. Well, while this guy's out, I've been cleaning up and trying to restore the engine bay because that's the ideal time to do it.
Sure.
Yeah. So
We can jump in there. And is this going to be for like a wedding vehicle to carry to people or something like
yes,
that?
yes, like
Okay.
a wedding service. Yeah.
My guys, and I told you I was going to send them copies of the manual.
Yeah.
They actually have the same manual because they sent it to me electronically.
Oh, okay.
So I still have one when I give you yours back.
Okay. Okay.
And and they said that there was somebody in Texas doing the same thing. Is this something you do?
Yes.
Do you have more than one?
Yes.
And
we
did
have-
somebody run into the back of one of your cars?
No, that must
Okay,
be
then
somebody
that
else.
had to be somebody else. Too many
Thank goodness.
coincidentals here in Texas.
Yeah, there's a guy in Houston that does wedding car service.
Maybe that was
in
that
Dallas.
guy.
We're in Austin.
Okay.
But we have this car, and we have a '89 Silver Spur and a '41 Cadillac. And the Cadillac and this Bentley have been requested for weddings. We've done a couple of weddings with the engine like it was. And the car is very nice. This is the weak part.
Right.
The car is quite nice. But.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I should probably get out of your hair so you can do the rest of what you got to do.
Yeah, I am going to. It's 10 to 5. I'm going to try to finish taking the crank out and then call it a day on it.
Okay. And so then.
I'm not going to take these freeze plugs out because you need that special socket from England.
Okay.
I mean, I could make something. All I need to do is drill 2 holes and put a pin, something like that in there, and I could make, but it's water. So, especially if we're taking the liners out to replace them or something, what's the point?
Yeah.
The only thing I could take off is these because they undo.
Right.
So, but I don't need to worry about those. Hopefully the heads should be the same, good to go.
Right.
As far as that goes, the only thing I'm seeing is that spanner nut.
Yeah.
And I was hoping, I thought about it. I was hoping that this 4-wheel drive, they have the same type of nuts, and
No.
just barely
Not
too
quite.
small.
Shoot.
It's like, man, so like Mark says, missed it by that much.
Yeah. Okay, so just so I know, the next, you get everything out, we do the measurements, and that's going to lead us to a parts list.
Yes.
Okay.
And
And then
then
we go on a
you-
parts hunt.
Right. I've only come to the one place, the UK Spares. I
Right.
couldn't come up with anybody else. like I said, the only place other that I found was in Atlanta, but they buy it from UK Spares.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I did relook at that shipping deal with the VAT.
Yeah.
And if you click on the question mark, it
Uh-huh.
says outside of the United Kingdom, or actually EU, so the entire Europe,
Oh,
outside, non-VAT.
okay, so it's only domestic for,
Right.
okay.
So you
That's good.
You get the 20% discount there.
Yeah, so-called discount, yeah. Okay. Well, we do have a source for pistons, I think.
Okay.
And I asked Ross about liners. They don't do liners. They sent me to Darton. And Darton said,
Darwin sleeves.
yeah, we don't have them on the shelf for that engine, but you tell me the specs and we could make them if need be.
Okay.
They said they could make them.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've never gotten anything from them, but I know of them.
Okay.
They're a AERA member, because I know I've seen them on the backs of the stuff I get from them.
Okay.
The sleeve stuff I get is from Melling Sleeve, but I know of Darton Sleeve. So if we get the pistons and they tell us, and we could even send them a sleeve, so that they know the external dimensions,
There you go.
and then we say, this is, the pistons that we're using that require this much clearance
Right.
per Ross,
Right.
then they should be able to finish the ID
Yeah.
and OD of the sleeves to suit our needs.
I couldn't find in the engine manual the specifications for the sleeves. It talks about the sleeves, but it doesn't say they're this tall, they're this thick,
Right.
you know.
And you're not going to, more than likely.
Yeah.
That's going to be that'll be a Rolls-Royce / Bentley, whoever makes the motor for those guys.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
be in their document drawings.
Yeah, right.
Short of us taking one out and measuring the lip and measuring this and measuring that.
Right.
But then you start talking if they're tapered at the end, bull nosed, and all that good stuff. I mean, I would just pack one up and send it to Darton and say, make me one like this that looks new.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And we tell them what Ross says that they want for a clearance on their pistons, and we call it a day. And then Darton might even be able to supply the sealing rings,
The seals.
but if not, then we're
Yeah.
stuck with having to buy $235 worth of
Seals.
O-rings from UK.
Right.
And not only for size, but also for material.
Right. The type of material.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I know I just did a John Deere, and they had both black and orange because they're different materials, from my understanding.
Oh, okay. Well, $234 for a set of seals doesn't panic me, but $600 for a piston does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at some point you're going to check the integrity of the block, Magnaflux or something? Or do you see any?
You can't do a Magnaflux because it's aluminum.
Right.
They can do a MagnaGlow. There's a chemical that you spray on and do all this stuff. Was it leaking before?
Leaking like coolant? No.
Then there should be no issues.
Okay. All right. No reason to worry about the block.
No, and if there's any mechanical failures, once I clean it and everything, I'll be able to see that.
Okay.
But as long as it wasn't leaking water and oil before,
No.
leaking water outside of the motor before,
No.
I see no reason to say that there
Okay.
would be afterwards.
So would your preliminary view be that with the right replacement parts, this engine is rebuildable and could be a nice engine?
In my mind, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, most all motors, unless they're just
Really?
past their service life,
Yeah.
and even some that are like on the bores, you can always sleeve them.
Right.
It all boils down to, is it worth the cost?
Exactly.
Do you put 8 sleeves in a $750 worth of 8 sleeves in a 350 Chevy that you can
Right.
buy a block for $50?
Right.
If it's a DZ9 69 only Z28, numbers matching to the
Right.
car, yes,
Well, see, and that's
which we did.
that's the very thing that my wife and I have debated about this engine, is that we could put a crate motor in that car.
Right, and UK Spare sells one
Right.
for 18 grand.
Right. But if we could put a GM
a 350 in there or some other domestic
But then it
engine.
wouldn't be a Bentley.
Wouldn't be a Bentley.
No.
And the value of
You
the
couldn't
car is
do
going to
that.
plummet. Right,
You couldn't do that to her.
right. So, okay, I'll get out of your hair. Thank you for letting me have a peek
Not a
so
problem.
far. It's interesting.
It is. I mean, I really enjoy the new. I like working on stuff that's obscure, that's old, that's unique.
Different.
That's what I like.
Yeah,
Anybody can pump out 350s and 318s and
Right.
Ford 302s all day long. But I mean, who gets to, besides Wayne Carini, who gets to, or Roger
Right.
gets to work on these things? You know?
right, right.
So that's what I, flatheads, Bentley, I got a 300 TDI Land Rover diesel.
Right.
And I had all kinds of cool things in here.
Yeah.